15 years old. That's what's up. His hands falling out and shit. So y'all know that if y'all don't laugh at him, then that is child abuse. Y'all give it up for Henry.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hi. So I see a few repeats. I think people from last week. You. I think a couple of guys who look like they're the antagonists in a mid-2000s coming of age movie. I think I saw you guys last week. I'm gonna do the same set with some tweaks. I'm sorry. I know no one likes to see the same set twice, but I mean, really, you guys are the ones who spent 2 Fridays in a row coming to open mic comedy. So who the fuck are you to judge me? I mean, like, no, that's a cool way to spend your Friday, I guess. I'm 15, you know that, right? Like, this is how you're spending your time. Okay. Anyway, guys. I'm Henry, I'm 15. I want to say right off the bat, this isn't a joke. I'm not going to talk about politics during my set. It's not like, this isn't a joke. You guys can just, like, breathe a sigh of relief. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll get into the set. So yeah, I'm 15. I'm younger than your average comedian, obviously. And that comes with advantages and it comes with disadvantages, right? So one of the prime advantages, something that works in my favor, is that I am immune to heckling, pretty much. Like, I will never have to deal with heckling, at least until I'm 18, because heckling is all about looking good. It's about looking cool. And when you're bullying a child on stage, it does not make you look good, let me tell you. I mean, it just like, okay, here's an example. Can I get someone, here, I'll have you.
You suck!
I didn't even get to tell you to say something mean yet. That's my dad. That was maybe a bit too eager. Do we need to have a conversation, Dad? Anyway, rewind. Can I get someone in the audience to say something mean about me? This is your cue.
You suck!
You look awful right now. Let me tell you. Like, because it's about looking good, right? And there's no way you can brag about that, which is the whole point. I mean, this is you trying to brag about heckling me. Hey, babe. Listen, I know what you're thinking, okay? I look like Steve Jobs if he had starred in Super Size Me. But listen, I just want you to know, before you go, that I just bullied a 15-year-old to the point of tears on stage. So, are we doing this thing or what? I feel a connection here. Like, it doesn't work, my man. It's kind of just a fact that I will not have to deal with hecklers. Anyway. So, who knew presidents could just not leave? I know I said no politics, but what the fuck? I can't believe that this is a thing that someone can do. I mean, it's like if someone just refused to give up their table in a restaurant, right? Like, they're done eating, and the waiter comes up, and he's like, excuse me, Justin, we can see that there's no more food on your plate. You're done eating, so here's the check. If you could just get out of here. And then Justin's like, actually, there's plenty of food on my plate. Actually, I think everyone can see that I have a ton of food on my plate. And everyone in the restaurant is like, no, that's not actually true. And then the waiter's like, actually, Justin, Mr. Bieber, sir, we have a reservation coming in, so we need you to leave. And then Justin Bieber is like, he's pretty much like, yeah, actually, I'm not gonna do that. And also, I might be Christian now, but it's pretty ambiguous. And then the waiter's like, listen, my manager just called, and he says that you need to leave. And then Justin Bieber's like, oh, your manager called, did he? He's telling me to leave? Well, your manager's fired. I fire your manager. And the waiter's like, you can do that? And everyone in the restaurant is like, he just fired, oh my god, he just fired the manager. And then Justin Bieber's like, actually, you know what? I'm also gonna fire the head of the Department of Defense. And you know, then Morgan Freeman walks up and he's like, son, it's my turn. You need to leave. And Justin, you know, looks outside and they're believers. Like, this is a stolen meal. This is a stolen meal. Fake news, fake news. There's a lot of food on his plate. And you know, all this is going on. And Donald Trump, I don't know if you guys know him, from like a month ago, is just in the corner. He's just trying to eat his steak. And he's like, Ivanka, pass the ketchup. Hold on, I just had a great idea. He takes out a notepad, he starts taking notes. He's like, hold on, this is brilliant, this is brilliant. Anyway, do you guys remember when I said that there were advantages and disadvantages to being a kid comedian? Oh my god, you guys have to participate a little bit. Thank you. So, there are, and one of the disadvantages of that is that I wasn't really around for sort of the old school comedians, the greats from the 80s and 90s that everyone seems to love. Like, all the adults just sing their praises. And I wasn't even alive during that time, so what I had to do is I had to, like, you know, go back through all the old records and like dig up old specials and, you know, see what I could figure out. And so when I was first starting stand-up, what I did was I wrote a bit in the style of a 90s comedian. So this is a comedian from the 80s/90s doing a bit on stage. I will now perform it for you. Fellas. Don't you guys, my fellas, don't you guys hate it when you come home and your wife is there? Like when the woman you married is present in your home, and you're just like, wife, our marriage is an unending hell. And then she wants to talk, and I'm like, okay, I see what's happening. Must be that time of month, if you know what I Somebody better take you shopping. Thank you. A standing ovation. No, really, you guys are too much. And it's like, what? You cannot say that. I'm sorry? Like, dang, Eddie Murphy? Who hurt you? I'm so... Listen, man. Here, sit down with me. You're a comedian in the height of his stand-up career, dude. You have options, okay? You can get a divorce, okay? You can be less of a misogynist. That's always good. Oh, here's an idea that I just came up with. What if you started an animated children's movie where you played a talking donkey and you tried to seduce a dragon for an hour and a half? And Eddie Murphy's like, oh yeah, you know what, man? That's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that. And you know what else? Why don't we have Smash Mouth play under the entire time? Anyway, guys, that's my set. Thank you so much.
Y'all give it up one more time, yo. 15 years old. I'm tripping out, yo. Like, you know, comedians talk about the difference between the two races, right? This dude just said fuck in front of his mom. Like, what? Yo, if I would have did, I'm still scared to curse right now. My mother live in Baltimore, bro. I think there's a fucking shot gonna fly in my head if I say fuck. Anyway, so this next comedian, yo, he's one of my favorite people to watch. And it's crazy, yo, because he always wear these short-ass shorts that look like borderline Speedos. And today he got on pants, yo. So I'm looking forward to seeing what pants Kenny got, yo. Y'all give it up for